Here is the journal ecosystem I'm going to be using through 2026. Before I get into it, I do want to say you do not need to be spending hundreds of pounds on notebooks in order to journal. Some of these specific journals are pretty pricey, but before I bought a single one of them, I filled like dozens of notebooks that cost me £10 or less front to back, which helped me work out if I'm actually going to journal, what I actually use my journals for, how many journals I'm going to need, and what was going to be an absolute waste of money. I just think there's a huge craze online at the minute of people spending hundreds of pounds on journals that are probably just going to sit there and not be used because they're not actually in the habit of already journaling. So I would say I'm not making this video to influence you to buy any of these specific journals. It's more of just to explain what I use them for and maybe what you can use yours for. But if you already have a notebook at home, use that first. Okay, that's my spiel over. So this is the first journal I want to talk to you about. This is the Grand Voyager XL from Paper Republic in Petrol Blue. And I actually was lucky enough to go to Vienna to buy this from La Maison, their shop there. I had it embossed with my little initial there in silver. And then after buying it, I added this charm myself. It's a little ceramic cat with a little moon on it, and that's from Expressive Forest. Then inside, when you buy a Paper Republic journal, it comes with one blank insert, which I don't love. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. It just looks like this. But while I was in the shop, I also bought one of their ruled inserts, which looks like this inside. My day job is that I work freelance in digital marketing, and I obviously make these videos. So this is where I do all my content planning for that. The front blank one I use to kind of pick out and analyze content that I've seen and really like, and the lined one I use to plan my own content. And then next up, I have my morning pages journal, which is the journal that probably gets the most use day to day. This is a hardback papier journal, and it's from the little collab they did with Damson Matter. They're completely customizable, so I added my name and I wrote morning pages on it, and I really like the paper. It's good quality. It is fountain pen friendly. I will say I do fill these quite fast. I've been writing in this one since the 29th of November, and I'm already 2/3 of the way through it. If you're not familiar with morning pages, it's basically this exercise that comes from The Artist's Way, the book by Julia Cameron, and the idea is that you just write like 3 pages of freehand, free-flowing thought, and it's supposed to like unblock your creativity and help you be more productive and focused during the day. And this is my pride and joy. This is the Louise Carmen that I picked up when I was in Paris. I got the Red Road book, which fits A5 slimline notebooks, and I added a blue ribbon. And inside I have my Hobonichi week. This is where I plan my weeks and also track my habits. Then I have my positivity diary. I find that my morning pages tend to be quite negative, so I set this up and I try to write something happy or positive in it once a day. And my third book in here is my to-do lists. Then I have my commonplace journal. If you're not familiar with commonplace, it's basically a journal where people put things that they want to come back to, or that they've learned, or that they want to remember. For me, I put things in like words that I've read in books that I would like to use in my own writing but never have. Oh, and this is also where I'm tracking the books that I read throughout the year. Then I have my brain dump journal. I haven't written anything in there yet. I think maybe because I do so much brain dumping in my morning pages, so I might change that to something else. And the final notebook I have in here is my 2026 journal. So this is where I put all my resolutions, all my goals, all the habits I want to develop this year. And maybe my cutest journal. This is my memory keeping and junk journal. I use a Hobonichi A5 soft cover that I basically just put any A5 notebook in. Right now I have the Hobonichi A3 Techo, I think. Hi. He's gonna sit there, so you might continue to see his ear, but it's his house too. It's his God-given right. That looks like this. As the name suggests, it doesn't have any dates on it, and it's just kind of grid paper. And in here, I just like do all my junk journal spreads, and I add all my photo booth pickies. I just like having somewhere to collect everything. So yeah, that is the journal ecosystem I'm planning to use throughout 2026. It's kind of crazy to say that this feels a bit modest compared to some of the ones I've seen on here. But apart from the junk journal, I do use them most days. So it is a system that seems to be working for me. And I guess that's all that matters. Okay, love you. Bye.